Okay, so obviously I just got done working out and my hair is a mess, and it's lovely, I know. But I wanted to talk about today, like, heart consciousness, like, because it just keeps coming up for me, and it's just like, it's something that we can easily forget. Okay, and like when you hop on, just let me know that you can hear me, because my Bluetooth is connected to my car, and I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me and hear what I'm saying. Okay, so heart consciousness for me is really like getting out of that space of like forcing, getting out of that space of judging myself, and like truly just living like elevated, like living in this space of like the realm of what I want, and like really taking time to like visualize, really taking time to like embody the way that I want to feel, and doing that as much as possible. So this is like manifesting magic right here, and it's all about heart consciousness, because what it does is you just notice when you slip out of your heart and into your head, because your head is always telling you that you're a piece of crap. You know, it's just like your head gets you into these crazy places, but your heart just knows what's real and what's like who you truly are, right? And that's like the emotions that you choose to hold. So when you have something that you're trying to manifest, and you're like, you know, why isn't it manifesting? And you're doing everything right, like you're doing all the action steps, you're making a to-do list, like you're trying to, like, you're controlling everything outside of you that's possible. I want you to just stop. I want you to take a break, and I want you to just tune into your heart and like truly take the time to visualize like what you want, truly take the time to visualize where you want to be. And just start like talking to yourself about how much you love it. Start talking to yourself about the emotions that it gives you. Like, so true example, I was just in my head, like whenever I was, hey Kara, I was in my head whenever I was at the gym, right? So I'm an empath. I kind of like pick up on the emotions of other people. And before I went to the gym, I did this like beautiful meditation, and I like opened up, but I like caught on to like some negative energy, and like totally could have been me. I don't think that anyone's negative energy can ever control us. I think it's just mirrored in us. So like those are things that I've had to work through, is like judging myself, being jealous of other people and what they're doing. And I just noticed that I was like judging myself for, you know, like not pushing myself as hard, judging myself for what I ate today. And, you know, I just did a live about this today where I was like, holy shit, April, you know, you don't have to lean into this emotion. You can just slowly start to lean out of it. So as I just reminded myself, like, hey, this is temporary, this will pass, I started to realize, like, you know, like, I'm very unconscious about my, like, eating habits and about my working out, you know, like, I get into my head, and then I start judging myself, and I just reminded myself, like, I don't have to do that. Like, I don't have to do that, right? And I'm driving, and I'm, like, just talking to myself about, like, how I was feeling, and, like, I honor the feelings. Like, if you have a feeling, don't feel like it's bad, right? Like, the only thing that happens whenever you feel a feeling is that you're actually able to release it, and you're actually able to learn from it. So I was just being honest with myself. I was like, yeah, I was judging the F out of myself. I was feeling bad for what I ate, and I was just like, you know, I don't have to do that, right? So, like, I said a little prayer, and I just, like, you know, I told myself, I set an intention that I was going to, hey, Brittany, something nice. Oh my God, you guys. So that was totally spirit keeping me from getting a ticket, because, like, I had just got, like, lost connection, and I looked up and there's a cop, and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't have my phone, like, all up, like, talking to you guys. Okay. So what I was going to say was that I acknowledged how I was feeling. I chose to just be honest with myself and say how I was feeling. But then I reminded myself, like, I don't have to feel this way. Not only do I not have to feel this way, I don't have to continue this line of thinking. So I just went a little bit more positive. I got out of my own head, and I just decided what I was going to do differently. And I just gave thanks for the emotion, because that, you know, quote unquote negative emotion is what, like, preempted me to acknowledge the fact that I felt a certain way, to acknowledge the fact that something needed to change, and to set the intention to do something differently. So I went from my head to my heart, and that's what heart consciousness is. it's just realizing when you're not loving yourself enough, when you're not being nice enough to yourself, when you're not giving yourself enough fucking credit, because I'm like the queen of no credit. Like, I just don't give myself any credit for anything. And it really hinders me in a lot of places. So, like, my goal is to, like, be more heart-centered, to stay more in my heart and, like, stay heart-conscious. And then at the same time, like, help everyone else do it too. Because how many times have you, like, been on the cusp of, like, making a good change for yourself and then just fucked it up by just being so, like, beating up on yourself so much that when you finally realize that you got what you want, you're so exhausted from beating yourself up, it's like you can't really even enjoy it, you know? Like, that's just no fun. Like, I'm not living that life anymore. Fuck that life. Fuck that line of thinking. Like, it was my doing, and the only reason why I did it was because I wasn't, like, staying centered in my heart. Like, I wasn't, like, living from my heart. I was truly just living from my head. And living from your head, it just gets you into trouble. Like, you know, you follow all these paths, you think you're doing good, but it's not the same. So focus on your heart, you know, like, be a little more gentle with yourself, be a little bit nicer to yourself, and just, like, explore the feelings. You know, like, if I could say anything, it would be explore the feelings. Don't let them, like, overtake you, you know? Like, you don't have to completely agree with the feeling. You can just explore it in the way of, like, choosing to understand it so that you can pivot and so that you can, like, make a change. It doesn't have to be a big change. It can just be a small shift, but a small shift in the right direction over time does really good. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Like, thanks for watching me in my messy workout hair. I was just like, oh, channeled message time. So I will let you guys have an awesome night, okay? Bye, loves. Now to turn my phone.